Rick Without the K James presents In My Opinion Podcast.
Welcome back. This is episode 4, In My Opinion. Emily, Ronnie, and Rick, thanks for joining us once again. Now, last week we ended on a little bit of a somber note. We talked about suicide. And tonight we're going to pick up on a somber note. We're going to talk about COVID-19. And we just can't figure there's anything else we can start our show with right now the way the world's going, right? What do you weigh in?
I know if you turn on any news channel, any TV channel, shit, you can turn on Food Network, they're talking about coronavirus. So, yeah, I said let's talk about it and let's hopefully hit a couple of different issues going on. So, I think with generational, the fact that she works in food service right now, you guys are getting hit really hard. So I wanted to just talk about a few things like that. If I guess we should start. Has it affected any of you guys?
Why don't you start? Because I know you're a waitress, right? How's it affecting you?
Well, it's certainly affecting like everybody at my work. Food service, we are not allowed to be serving people right now. So my job is pretty much obsolete. That sucks. Thankful I've been at the restaurant that I've been at for a long time because it's made me lucky enough to get some of the hours that I'm getting, which is still not much compared to working 6 days a week to going to 3 days a week. That's a little rough. I feel bad for my boss. I see him stressing out, and we have regulars that come in that are ordering to go, just talking about how much they want to help support like local business right now. It's like,
have you guys seen like increases of DoorDash go up versus?
Oh yeah, there are definitely a lot more DoorDashes and Grubhubs going on. We also have our own like website that we do, and definitely. And people are mentioning, like, I always say, like, my line to all my customers when they come in is, it's a crazy world we're living in right now, and I get a different reaction from everybody. But lately it's all been the same kind of vibe. Everybody's kind of annoyed what's going on. They don't really believe it. They're not as scared as they should be. They're obviously out getting to-go food. They're not quarantining themselves too hardcore. I don't know if I'm not taking it as seriously as I should. Washing my hands for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm a nurse, and the way it's affecting me is that about 7 days ago, I go to work for the first day, and you can't get in the building. When you knock on the door, someone comes to the door, they take your temp, they ask you a bunch of questions. You can't even get in the door right now without screening. I'm an employee. Then once I got in, 2 days ago, they turned me away. I had to go home because I had a cough in the morning. And I was like, are you guys being serious? I don't have a temperature. I'm not having difficulty breathing, none of this stuff. I have sinuses I've had them my whole life. They drain. Sometimes I cough and choke a little bit. But I got sent home. And so it's just kind of how the world is right now. I mean, there's videos on Facebook where someone coughs and about 50 people fall and run and stuff, you know. It's kind of how the world is. But as a nurse, I also think everyone talks about, she says the world's not taking it serious. I think things are going to get a lot worse. And I know you think they're going to get a lot worse too. So I want you to start off by explaining to me how it's affected you right now and what you think the long distance scenario is.
I think it's affected me in a positive way. I make the joke that being a stand-up comedian, the good thing is that comedy clubs are not open right now. And I was all, but being a nurse on that side, like I foresee us having more than enough work over the next, and I don't believe it's going to be 2 or 3 weeks. I believe it's going to be 3 or 4 months until we get over this shit. Like truly get over it and beat that curve that they keep talking about. So I make the joke saying I'll be able to afford my own comedy club at the end of this shit because they're going to go out of business, so it's going to be pennies on the dollar, and I'll be working nonstop because I am a healthcare provider. So, but I see that as far as my job, like we do cardiovascular procedures, and they're even talking of maybe using our beds for other things. So just the fact that we might not even open to what we're supposed to open to because it's a brand new facility and they might just use our beds. And I think that's the more important thing, that when you talked about isolation or whatever, it's the social distancing that isn't being done. And I think the longer people don't social distance themselves, the longer this is going to be affected. And It's not the fact, and I have own family members that talk about, oh, well, it's not that bad, it's not that bad. And there's not people dying, it's only over 55 that are dying and this and that. Where that's not why they're asking you guys to social distance yourself. I wanted my viewers to know that the main reason they're asking you to is because we don't have enough hospital beds or equipment. We can't fight it the way we're supposed to fight it. We don't have enough ventilators, we don't have enough gloves, we don't have enough N95 masks, and those are the ones that you need, not the ones that everybody's walking around with thinking that they're gonna save themselves with these little stupid ass masks. So it's the fact that we're just trying to slow it down so we can manage it. You know what I mean? I think the numbers that I wrote down yesterday for us was on March 18th, we had 7,769 cases. Just yesterday, we had 62,873 cases. Now, I don't know if these
Clarify
are
where those cases are, please.
just here in the United States, just here in America. So you're seeing that, what, in a week's time, they've fucking not even doubled it, times 8.
Down near 10%.
So they've gone up 8%, 8 times. And I want to say our cameraman just showed me that they're talking over 80,000 cases today. So it jumped from 62 to 80,000. That's 18,000 more cases.
So that's
in a
like
day.
11% now. That's crazy.
So
Do you think summer's gonna save us? Because a lot of colds don't spread as much. You don't see colds like you do in the summer in the hot weather like you do during the cold weather. Do you think summer will slow it down or even save us?
I think if to answer the colder heat, I don't think so if we keep living the way we're living. If we're gonna keep ignoring it, but I personally don't think that we're gonna be allowed to keep living this way. And I say allowed because I do believe that if everybody continues this and the numbers keep multiplying the way they are, we will have fucking martial law, or at least in certain states. And we live in one of those high populated states, unfortunately. So I think in Wisconsin, they're not too worried about it. You know what I mean? In Indiana, probably not too worried about it. But out here in California, where we have numbers, you know what I mean? That's why we have so many electoral votes. You know what I mean? So I think in this state, we're going to be paying the price for it more so than other states.
I want to throw a funny bone in it. Do you think everybody locked up, people alone, not getting out, the old, when it's cold weather, babies tend to be made more. Do you think we're going to have like a baby boom during this time?
I will tell you from my own.
The corona what?
Coronials.
The coronials. Nice. Nice. That was nice.
I tell people I lived on the East Coast and we lived through Hurricane Isabel and we had our electricity out for a week. That's how my youngest son was born. We had to stay busy and do something, goddammit, and hence that's why I had Sean. But I think you will start seeing a lot more babies being born in the month of December, January, and Valentine's babies next year. I feel bad for, I think there was, and I don't want to fucking, as a comic, you're not supposed to say memes and shit, but, I saw one that was pretty funny talking about, man, I hope you guys are protecting yourselves because I can't afford 14 baby showers in the month of January, motherfuckers. So, and I thought that was kind of hilarious just listening to that aspect of it because I do believe you're going to see numbers spike up on that end. And I guess it's good, right? We're going to replace some of the people we're losing. So, I don't know.
What do you think about that?
What do you think about that? I think it's definitely...
You better not get pregnant. We need you on the show, girl.
Yeah, never. You don't ever have to worry about that.
So you're saying you're going to kick her off if she's pregnant? That's discrimination. Right?
Trust me, if I was pregnant, we wouldn't have to worry about it anyways.
Okay, we'll just kick her in the stomach.
I'll take care of it myself. You don't abuse me. I'll fucking
What a dick.
I don't think it'll be that much of a. It's not going to be the baby boomer situation for
You don't
sure.
think there'll be a spike? You think you'll see a big spike in pregnancies? I think you will if it's 2 to 3 months. I think you're going to see a larger spike than normal.
Because I think if we get if what I'm hoping happens and the shit ends kind of fucking soon, like maybe before 420 would be fucking preferred.
So,
I don't. Sorry.
changing the subject real quick, and I'm sorry for interrupting you. Me and Drew are on one pace. Tell me why you think it's going to end early.
I just don't.
You're just hoping? Or?
I'm fucking hoping because.
You have no ideology behind it or anything like that. You're just hoping.
I want to have a good summer.
Okay. Well, there you go.
This is gonna be.
Do you feel like you've been coked up the past like 14 days?
A little cooped up. I have been. I've been.
Do you feel like the news is fake? Do you feel like they've trumped it up?
I feel like the news is fake a little bit. The media is hyping things up, and that's all everybody can fucking talk about right now. But I don't know. I think it's really just people are addicted to their fucking phones, and our phones are gonna feed us what's the most popular things right now, and it's not really our fault. I can't blame everybody for it. Shit, I'm paying attention to it.
Do you think it's going to be a real pandemic? Or it is?
If you look at all, like the numbers from all the other plagues and shit that have gone down, it's nothing. We've lived through this before. We're gonna be fine. It's just a matter of when are people gonna stop fucking.
So which
panicking.
number for you would classify it then and be like, okay, I think this is a real pandemic then?
I think maybe it'll hit me when it starts being like relevant to me, because now I've worked with lots of
around
people.
you start getting it.
I guess because I've worked with so many people, I've met so many people through my job, talked to all my friends who have talked to everybody that they know right now. They don't know of anybody that's gotten sick. Not one person that I've met or come in contact with in the last 10 days has met or knows anybody personally that's got coronavirus. So how am I supposed to feel affected?
So I don't want to spend the whole show talking about it, but I want one other thing I want to talk
Wait,
about.
I just want you to let me finish about. I think if this ends sooner and we do get to have the fun fucking summer that everybody is hoping for after this bullshit, people are gonna go wild in summer. It's not gonna be the boom from the corona and the quarantine that you have to worry about. It's from all the dumb shit that's gonna.
So it's going to be a celebration boom.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I can dig that too. So one of the things I want to talk about we've got to see over this corona is the greed of people, the shopping, the little old ladies getting knocked down, people buying trucks full of toilet paper, and it's just crazy. And you had mentioned before we were on air, we were just sitting here talking about kind of a weird dinner you had, because dinners and foods are all kind of going to be different now. You're going to be eating kind of whatever you got, because we're not going to have all that unique stuff that we go out and we buy, because sometimes I'll buy 3 times a week, twice a week, and eat, meals like that. But now it's just like whatever I have in the pantry, I'm making stuff up.
Yeah.
Have you been out shopping? Have you dealt with any crazies? And how's it affecting your meals right now?
So yeah, I did go out shopping, and there was really like nothing there. I went to the meat section, and I had hamburgers and frozen chicken as an option, and a couple options for steak, like 2 of the same packages. That kind of sucks, because me and my friends are very spontaneous people. Like when we hang out, we're like, what are we feeling tonight for dinner? Instead of going out to eat, we'll like go to the store, just find things that sound good, make a great dinner for the night, and we'll have leftovers for a couple days. That's us. We can't do that now. I went to the store and there were no fucking vegetables that I fucking liked, or just weird shit that you wouldn't see on the shelves, because that's all they have. That they put them there. They put them out front. It's just like, it's affecting me, and I just want to be able to go to the store. But I understand. I did wipe down my fucking cart before I used it. Fucking that sanitizer, wiped the whole thing.
I went there the other night, and there was a lot of things that weren't there, but I was telling you the story about this lady coming around the corner, just completely crushes my hand between my cart and her cart. And I was so pissed, and I was getting ready to flip her cart over, and then she goes, "I'm so sorry." So she was so sincere, and I knew she didn't mean to do it. And I just calmed down immediately. I said, "Lady, relax, you're gonna hurt somebody." And she almost starts crying and said, "I know, but I've got to find food for my kids, and there's almost nothing." And I was like going, wow, because I'm not feeding children, so I'm not feeling that. I can eat just about anything to just survive in my house, If I have to eat mac and cheese for a few days, I can do it or whatever. But if you have a bunch of kids to feed, I mean, that's going to be tough. And I've seen where there was rolls of toilet paper. There was like 3 left. And I've got not toilet paper, excuse me, paper towels. And it's the real chintzy paper towels where they're like you squeeze them and there's nothing. And they were $4.99 a roll. And I was like, holy shit, I will use newspaper, or I will shit and get up and take a shower before I start paying for that type of stuff. Yeah. So how have you been affected at the store? And
I will say I personally try not to go to the store if I don't have to. I've been bartering with friends, I think. I'm like, hey, I'll trade you this for that, and I'll ask because luckily I've got a lot of good friends. So because I can't deal with going out in the public and dealing with that shit, because I might end up getting in a fight with somebody because I don't understand that you know, you have a cart full of fucking toilet paper and you have 4 or 5 packages while people are just trying to wipe their own ass too. You know what I mean? There's no reason to hoard. That's the negative shit that I can't deal with.
You're not saying you don't have any patience, are you?
Yeah, right. But I will say on my end, luckily I know someone who works at a distribution center, and their numbers are going down as far as the people they provide their food for. So they're getting to take home some of the food. So I'm getting some good. So I wish I could have people over right now. I got chicken, I got patties, and I got some carne asada. I got some good shit. But
are you guys really keeping yourselves from seeing the people you want to see?
Yes, I'm isolating pretty hardcore right now.
Yeah. I want to say for the most, especially this week, I've gone to work and come home and worked out, and I still continue to work out too, because I believe, like, if shit pops off, god damn it, bring it, god damn it. Because I mean, you saw my garage, I turned it into that punch bag wasn't there. I'm got a punch bag and picked up some weights from friends, and I'm still working out because I know if something crazy happens, I'm gonna be ready for it.
Yeah, everybody should use this excuse to fucking get fit and do home workouts now. You have the time to get that summer body now.
You asked me if I am isolating myself from people I love and stuff. My mother and my mom hates it when I talk about her, but because she's the kind, no matter, you know, her leg could get cut off, and I feel great, I'm gonna run a mile. No, Mom, you're sick, relax. My mom has congestive heart failure. She's having a hard time breathing. She's 78 years old. And I told her straight to her face, if you get this, Mom, I'm afraid for you. I'm very afraid for you. Because about 2 years ago, she had pneumonia. And you remember, and I thought I was going to lose her back then. And this stuff is really affecting people with that type of health. And so I've literally, when I went shopping last week on my days off, you were telling me, you're shopping again? I went shopping 3 or 4 times, 2 days in a row. And I tried to bulk me up a little bit and bulk them up, because I told them, I don't want you guys out at all. My dad's 79. I don't want you guys at all. You guys stay home. You guys don't do nothing, and just relax. And because I do think it's going to affect people like that, very hardcore. I hope he pissed me off a minute ago when he said people 55 are getting it. They were saying 60 or 65. I know he's saying 55 just because I'm close to that age. He's trying to fuck with me. But, you know, that's what scares me, and I don't want to get it from people and give it to them. And I'm wondering who has it right now and who doesn't. And if you're around people that are around a lot of people, that's, I think, when your percentages really go up, is when you can, you know, contact this thing.
Yeah.
Like, just work with food, you know? I see a lot of people come in and out. I touch money. My hands are dry as fuck because I've been using sanitizer and shit. But
now I notice you're a very friendly person. You're very nice. You're not uppity or anything, and you do a lot of touching. You'll touch people on the arm when you talk to them sometimes and say hello. You're a friendly person, just very nice.
I don't touch my customers.
I was gonna ask that because I'll see people out there that will always do that type of stuff, and I'm just wondering, is people doing that now?
I do have a great amount of regulars that I'll hug. Yeah, I'll hug them, and I'm still hugging people.
I went out earlier for work because I had to go pick up some stuff because we're putting the facility together, and I picked up some pan dulce for my coworkers, and yeah, you could tell people the social distancing just isn't happening. They're standing next to you 2 feet up in your grill, and I'm just like, take a step back. And that's where I'll cough. Get away from me.
Yeah, see, that's
I cough and I look around. I'm like, it's not the corona.
That's the nice thing. If you want people to get the fuck away from you, just start. Oh God, is anybody else hot? Oh God, it's hot. You know, people will get the hell away from you. All right. So, anyone want to say anything closing on the COVID-19?
No, not me. I think I'm done with it. So.
Health mantra: be thankful for your health. You are healthy. Be thankful for your health.
And you know, one closing quick thing. Please take it serious. Please wash your hands. Please show the elderly respect. And you know, one of the things that pissed me off, we talked about this. If you got a goddamn 3-month-old kid, keep your ass at home. Don't have that kid out at home with you at the damn store. I mean, those are the people that if they get it, they're going to get sick. So I understand you think you're invincible and you're, you know, immortal. Nothing's going to hurt you. But it can hurt that 3-month-old kid. It can hurt those 75-year-old grandparents or parents. So please be respectful of them.
Yo, it's your boy Charlie Murphy, my main man, Rick James. That's the one you think, the comedian Rick James. Get up on him.